this motherfucker, this bitch dark. But what up, chat? I'm back. That's a better view. I'm back, bro. Shit. Roll up something. Video here, right here. 4-year-old exposes family. Alright, chat, man. Let's get into this shit, man. Let's get into it. Tune in. Let's go. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on, chat. Hold on.
Yeah, how many kids you got?
Alright, chat, we back on, bro. Come on.
You want to sit down?
Tune in.
Tell me about mommy or daddy or somebody else. My dad is bad now. Your dad is bad now? Tell me about dad being bad now.
What happened at the house with your wife, with Jasmine?
I don't remember.
Talking about I don't remember.
AK-47? Okay.
What did you do?
Assault.
Yeah, how many kids you got?
How did I find the keys?
4 times, 3 times. Okay.
On March 4th, 2022, a mother's worst nightmare occurred for Jasmine Serena. A man armed with a gun entered her home. He would notice 4 children watching television in their living room. They would freeze up and look at him in horror, unable to do anything. But the man would pass by. He wasn't looking to harm Jasmine's children. Instead, he made his way over to the kitchen where Jasmine was standing and shot.
That shit's so sad, bro.
3 bullets struck Jasmine, and she was left in critical condition, lying helplessly in her kitchen. The suspect left the scene in a hurry, thinking she was done for. But unfortunately for him, Jasmine managed to survive. Despite her critical condition, she managed to call 911 and ask for help. Officer Baker was the first cop to arrive at the scene, seeing all the kids surrounding their mother, crying for help.
Like, do you know how dumb you gotta feel, bro? To go and do something like that. And thank you, Jesus, thank you, Lord, for protecting that woman. But do you know how dumb you gotta feel to go do something like that, and then you gotta hear that she survived, bro? Now she in the hospital and she know exactly what it was. She know exactly who just did that to her, bro. Ain't nothing else you can explain, bro. She know exactly who just did that, bro. Like, come on, man. Make it make sense, bro. It don't make sense. It don't make sense, chat.
Was immediately transferred to the El Paso hospital by helicopter. Now it's a race against time for doctors. With each passing second, her chances of survival rapidly decrease. And for the detectives, they needed to find their suspect fast before he struck another innocent victim. Right now, they needed any clue that could lead them to the possible killer, so multiple officers would go back to the crime scene to take a closer look at exactly what just went down.
Okay, so I have bullets, or casings, excuse me. One there, one on the table. I have one where she was sitting, or where I found her.
Leaning against the thing.
Was her
she
feet
was
facing
standing?
us? Yeah, because you can see there's impacts right there and right there.
Okay.
And there's another casing back over there on the floor.
Okay.
I got here, she's sitting facing me with her legs out. She had a strike here, here, and what looks like a through and through here with her shirt up. She had nothing that went through completely on the back.
Oh, so the rounds are in here? I thought it was a round like.
No, she's distended. It's all internal right here.
According to the police report, the victim, Jasmine Serena, took 2 bullets to her abdomen and the third bullet landed right in her leg. Despite her critical condition, she gathered the little energy she had and told Officer Baker the attacker's name.
Come on, bro.
She said that it was Julian that did it.
Come on, bro.
That was the name of her own husband, Julian Valenzuela, and the father of 4 children who just saw their dad shoot their mom. However, this wasn't the only thing she was able to tell the cops. Jasmine also mentioned the car Julian drove to the house before shooting, a red sedan.
That stress, bro, leave.
In a matter of seconds, all patrols nearby received
Chat, word of advice, bro. If you that stressed to your partner, bro, just leave, bro. It's not that stressed, bro. I'm telling you, that's probably you're gonna get less stressful if you do that. Just tell your partner you want to leave, bro. I'm trying to tell you, it's easier than trying to do all this, go to jail. Now your kids got to be in the system. Well, not even in the system, but until their mom get better, you know what I'm saying? It's just not worth it, bro. That shit, it's not worth it.
To stop any red sedans they saw on the streets of Las Cruces. While Julian's vehicle was being tracked down, Officer Dollar, along with his partner, had a different task. It was reported Julian was living at this house. With him being on the run, police think there's a chance he could be hiding in the home. So the 2 officers would make their way into the home in hopes to find a surrendered Julian, or at least a clue of where he might be.
Yeah, it's wide open front and back. It's cluttered. It's just abandoned.
Las Cruces Police Department! Anybody inside the residence? Come out to the sound of my voice!
There was no other choice but to enter the house forcibly and make sure the suspect wasn't hiding inside. For all they know, Julian could be waiting for them, and knowing he's armed, tensions are as high as ever for these cops.
This mess.
49 on Lester and Shannon.
And then it's like, chat, what do the kids do in that situation, bro? Like, they just seen their dad come shoot their mom, bro. Like, what do they, like, you know, of course, I know they crying and stuff, but it's just like, bro. And then, like, the video just said, it was a 4-year-old, bro. It was a 4-year-old. So, like, come on, bro, like. It just don't make sense, bro. Like, come on. You gotta do better.
Jesus Christ.
After searching the remaining rooms inside the house, the suspect was nowhere to be found. But just as they thought they would be coming out with nothing, they received this message on the radio.
Limited 43 right now. Red Hyundai at high rate of speed flashing going towards Idaho.
Damn, Idaho.
an exact description of the car Julian used to flee the scene just near their position, a red Hyundai Elantra. Officer Dollar wastes no time and hops into his car. He must get to the suspect as fast as possible before the police lose track of him again.
Vehicle should have a black bumper per the note, possibly headed towards Leicester, and it's going to be a newer model.
But yeah, Chad, where they at, bro?
25 southbound on the screen at high rate of speed, just past Gardner.
Copy southbound of speed, high rate of speed.
Pursuit authorized. Suspect gunshot victim. Alright, he's gonna stop. He's stopping in Milton. He's got a gun!
Damn, that nigga started buzzing at the police. He crazy.
He's got a gun!
Bro, that's crazy. Never did he just stop and try to pop at the police.
Central, he just shot at me 3 or 4 times on 2-4.
Is anyone with 855?
Oh, no,
The
yeah,
pursuit continued until the suspect closed into the intersection of University Wave and Espina Street. A red light was shining bright for Julian to stop, but he didn't care and pushed on the gas. And just as he thought he could make it across, the suspect plummets right into a silver car, knocking the innocent driver to the side of the road. The officers in pursuit sped up to the crash, but they can't rush to apprehend him just yet, as he already fired multiple rounds at Detective Dollar just a minute ago, and there was every reason to believe he will do it again. So they have to be ready to take Julian down if he makes any sudden moves.
Show me your fucking hands! Do it now! Do it now!
Turn it up, Chad.
Show me your hands! Get up! Get ground!
Under multiple gun sights, the suspect has no other choice than to step out of the car and lie on the ground. Although he looks disabled, this doesn't satisfy Officer Dollar and his colleagues. For what they know, the suspect is still armed and could be pretending to be injured to try and catch them by surprise. Officer Dollar wasn't going to take any chances, so he decided to deploy a different weapon to make the suspect obey their commands.
I got the dog!
Get the dog now. K9 unit, man, bro. Fuck. Not playing with your ass, boy.
Right now, Julian seems disabled enough. A crash that could have killed him only left him with a concussion. He can't even stand up. Using a K9 in this scenario would be an overkill. But Officer Dollar had already made up his mind a few moments ago.
Ready?
But this is where officers would go too far, and it would actually impact this entire case later on. Officer Dollar's dog would bite into Julian just like instructed. However, it would take 2 minutes of struggle to make the dog finally let go of the suspect's flesh. The law doesn't prohibit a dog to bite and hold the suspect. However, the important part of using a canine is to make sure the suspect does not sustain unnecessary injuries during the arrest. Officer Dollar's canine succeeded at holding the suspect, but this is where the officer met a serious challenge. He could not make the dog release the suspect. Even after being subdued and posing no further harm to the police officers, the dog continued to hold on to the suspect's arm, causing him more injuries. This is a clear case of excessive force, and would impact the rest of this case. Dollar's decision to use canine will be reviewed and reevaluated as the investigation into the case
I think he valid, bro. Bro just shot at me, hey.
But for now, the suspect's bite wounds were too severe to ignore, and his overall condition suggested heavy alcohol intoxication or even worse. So to make sure Julian lived long enough to face justice, the cops decided to get him to the hospital and treat his wounds. While this team of officers was transporting the suspect, another team at the crime scene was collecting evidence to build a strong case against Julian and charge him for his evil crime. But there was a problem. They didn't know who he really was and how the crime first unfolded. His wife was in critical condition and her kids were too traumatized to talk with law enforcement, at least for now. The only hope they've got lies in the hands of witnesses. Only their stories could reveal how much of an awful person Julian really is. And luckily for the officers, the witnesses were not afraid to speak out against this monster.
What'd you see, man? I was over there, right across the stop sign. Like, on the other side of the sign. We're looking.
Came in that lady house and shot her, bro. Like, come
on, cars. Facts, right?
That's
and
crazy.
We're looking at him, he's mad dogging us, really mad looking dude. What did he look like? He saw his face more than me. I went inside. What was the car? Like greenish, reddish. It was a country. A long truck. They started screaming. They were having, and like he went in there, and I guess they were having an argument. And I heard like 3 times. I think he loaded probably more than 5. 5? Yeah, probably more than 5. And that's whenever he came outside, and then that's whenever I was like, he's actually shooting. So we like ran back inside. He got in his car and he shot like that way. He shot that way? Like towards the truck. He just went like this and he shot towards that way, right? Towards this way, yeah, somewhere over there. The officer, the dog officer, she just called, come on here, and then he throws a shot. He leaves. When he was coming this way was whenever we saw the cop. So we waved at him and we were like, he just shot somebody. And then the car went that way. And then right as soon as he got like a little bit past that little truck, he shot again towards over there. Well, I don't know if he shot up or I don't know where he shot, but we were already running inside.
If what these eyewitnesses are telling is true, then the whole shooting had a long and steady build-up to it. But what the next witness had to say would give officers even more disturbing insight into Julian's terrifying actions.
But the other night, they had domestics, and she was yelling at me, and he had her by the hair, and he was stalking her, dragging her outside, just stalking her.
When was that?
Like 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago?
Yeah, 2 nights ago, wasn't it, Marissa? They were yelling.
Like, we always hear them fighting and arguing.
Yeah, and
was she on the ground?
Yeah, and he was dragging her out of her house, and she was like this, and he had her, and he was, throwing punches to her. And then the day after that, she was parked right here. It was early in the morning. I just got back from taking the kids to school. I saw her in her car, and the kids were still back there, and she was sitting in the front seat, and he was on the other side, and it looked like they were arguing in the vehicle. And she started hitting her head on the steering wheel and punching the steering wheel, and they were arguing. And finally he got out.
Like, come on, bro. You got this girl going insane, bro. Like, come on, man.
He had her by the hair.
I'm not gonna lie, man. If you see something like that, it's best to call, bro. It's best to call. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know some people just think, hey, I'm just minding my business. Nah, bro. It's best to call, bro. I think, bro, it's best to call. Make that call.
Dragging her out.
Not only did Julian physically abuse his wife, but also threatened her life multiple times before actually going and fulfilling those threats. There was only one person left to question, Jasmine herself, the victim of this twisted crime. Only she could tell the true story behind closed doors. That is, if she would ever recover from this vicious attack. Doctors could not promise her survival. 2 shots to the abdomen are too severe for any person to survive. Likely, it was already too late for her. That's why the officers transporting Julian to the hospital needed Julian to survive. They wanted to hear his side of the story and understand one simple question. What drove him to try and take the life of his own wife and the mother of his 4 little boys? But when they finally arrived at the hospital, cops quickly ran into a new problem.
That's right. Yeah. With the whole, yeah. So stop kicking. I bet.
Spam new lighter, chat. I need a new lighter, bro.
Hey.
Fuck, I just got one. I just left.
Understand me? You calm down. Let's.
There's kids around here, dude. I know you don't, but I do.
What do you guys do from here? I stopped with the. This is what happens.
Nurses, Michael.
No, dude, no.
I'm gonna say right now, you're not gonna like this, so I'm gonna try to get you to calm down. Okay, we're gonna photograph your injuries. I'm not gonna play. Ow! You understand?
I saw the dog fire.
Okay. Well, we asked the doctor, so.
How come you shoot me?
Lady, let's go, man. Let's go, man. Wake up. You gonna sit on this wheelchair?
We're gonna wheel you out to the car, okay?
Motherfucker slap every
Right
time,
after the
bro.
crash, the police discovered a pistol with an empty magazine, along with several half-empty bottles of beer inside. This explains
bro, it's
Julian's
tweaking.
erratic
Yeah,
behavior
come
during
on,
and
bro.
after the arrest.
We'll be up with all these drunk motherfuckers, bro. Like, come on. Y'all need to cut that shit out, man. I ain't gonna lie. That's not okay, bro.
Additionally, on his way to the police station, Julian admitted to shooting his wife in cold blood, all without interrogation. But as you'll soon see during the questioning, even details like this can suddenly vanish, because once they brought Julian to the interrogation room, he had already forgotten everything.
Having those in mind, do you want to talk to me, try to give me your version of what's been happening and whatnot?
No, what's happening? I've been drinking for 3 days. Thirsty and I'm kind of biased.
What, if you want to keep them closed and it's easier for you to talk that way? Then you...
Bro been drinking for 3 days, bro. That's sad, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And it's like, you know, it's not a, you know what I'm saying? I know motherfuckers who can drink for shit days straight and they be cool. But if you know you going through something, bro, you shouldn't be drinking, bro. Simple as that.
You're not struggling, that's good. Just don't fall asleep. Was there anything other than alcohol you were drinking?
No.
What type of alcohol you drink? Budweiser's? Okay. Can or bottle? Bottles? Okay. So why for 3 days? What's been going on? You and your old lady been having some problems?
No.
Huh?
This only confirms why Julian is so visibly intoxicated, and it's honestly a surprise he's even able to understand and talk with the officer. Still, his condition might complicate the interrogation process. After all, alcohol can lead to lapses in memory.
Like on the
He
third day, bro,
might
finally
not
started
remember
drinking,
the
like,
events of that evening.
that was
A
too much
perfect
for him on the
excuse
third
for
day,
someone
bro.
like him in this situation. But this isn't going to be good enough for Detective Melinda to accept, so he keeps pressing for a confession.
What happened at the house with your wife? With Jasmine?
I remember.
I think you do, because you told them what happened.
I remember going in there.
Where'd you pull the gun out from?
My pocket.
Which side? Which pocket? Did you have it?
I remember.
What type of gun is it?
I don't know what kind of gun it is. I don't know what's going on. I just know I cannot see nothing.
So
I'm trying to open my eyes.
That's fine. I don't want you to see anything. I want you to remember things and talk to me about things.
I can't even keep my eyes open. That's never happened to me.
Little did Detective Melinda realize that getting any information from this suspect was going to be the most challenging thing he had to do in his career. But it doesn't stop him from using the oldest trick in the book to make Julian talk.
Were you guys arguing? Were you fighting? What are you sorry for? So let's go back to you pulled a gun out of your pocket, right? No? So everything you
Damn,
told
bro,
officers
this
that
fucking liar,
that is on
man.
camera, now you're saying you don't remember.
I don't.
But here's the thing, Julian. You've already said what happened.
Said
In the situation.
what did I do?
No. You said what happened. The officers have already told us.
Is she okay?
Do you want to know if she's okay from what?
Oh, that's obvious. What?
What's obvious?
Well, what happened?
You tell me.
I love her.
What's been going on? Like, is she doubting how much you love her? Did you get caught doing something you weren't supposed to be doing?
No. like that.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys just have arguments here and there?
Julian might not remember this too, but there are plenty of people who can speak about his abuse of people weaker than him. At this point, Detective Melinda barely holds himself together. For him, getting any meaningful information out of Julian is almost impossible. However, there is still one more thing Detective Melinda can use to make Julian talk. In fact, what he doesn't know is that his kids are in the same building.
Them drinking, bro, and then look, motherfuckers get straight on Facebook, and look, hold on, bro. Man, look at this shit, bro. Let me click on the picture. Come on now, bro. Shit need to stop, bro. Just stick to weed, bro. Drinking is crazy, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Building with him, just above this interrogation room. They were brought here to the police station to decide their father's fate. And they're about to reveal exactly what went down mere hours earlier. But before we get to that, I want to talk about a murder that happened across the country in Cedar Creek, California. This is a popular influencer, Haley Rose, and Haley was mysteriously murdered. With Cold Case VR, the sponsor of today's video, used over 75 pieces of evidence, including police reports, witness statements, CCTV footage, interrogations, and so much more to bring justice to Haley and arrest her evil killer. Even better is that the entire investigation is done using their virtual reality goggles, making the experience like no other true crime party game. You know how much my videos depend on the clues found in the surveillance, and this game feels just like solving a real crime. I played this game with my friends, and using my investigative knowledge from producing, % off your It's Like to Case VR, and allowing us own children are about to expose him and what exactly went down that night. However, interrogating a child is no easy task for cops. That's why the police department recruited 2 professional child psychologists to discover more details of Julian's murder attempt from these 4 young minds. Still, kids may be uneducated, but they won't tell you anything unless you become their friend. And these female psychologists knew exactly how to do it. In 1.5 hours, they will build trust with all 4 kids: 4-year-old Julian, 5-year-old Benjamin, 6-year-old Matthew, and 10-year-old Isaiah. And talk about how daddy their own mommy.
Come on now,
not
bro.
even realizing they
Goofy,
will
bro.
maximize their father's sentence behind bars.
Bro's a fucking idiot. Hey, Jay, we're going to see this bit, bro. I'm going to see it. I don't watch the ad too many times, bro. It's that new Mario, though.
Hey, mein Großer!
New Raw Cell, bro.
Du wolltest uns sprechen? Ja.
Benjamin was the first kid to be asked about what he saw that fateful evening.
You already know that RDC
Do you like the color?
video game
Yeah.
not gonna be
Here,
funny as
I
a
got
bitch.
the paper right here. And you want me to move it closer? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna write your name. And your name is Benjamin. Is that right? Yeah. Benjamin Valenzuela. Benjamin Valenzuela?
Come on
Yeah.
now.
How old are you, Benjamin?
Bro, smart.
5. You're 5. Benjamin, I'm gonna draw your face right here, okay? No. Do you play with anybody? Do you have any brothers or sisters or something else? Brother. You have brothers? So I'm gonna put Matthew. Valenzuela. Matthew Valenzuela. And then Isaiah. Valenzuela. Isaiah Valenzuela. Yeah.
Drawing their faces, writing down the names of their siblings, and asking about their favorite things, all minor but important things to elicit positive emotions in Benjamin's mind. That is, until they start talking about their father and what he did to Jasmine.
Tell me about, mommy or daddy or somebody else. Mama, my dad is bad now. Your dad is bad now? Tell me about dad being bad now. My dad, my mom. Your dad your mom? And then what happened?
And my mom, they got no weapon.
Mom don't got no weapon? And then you said dad is bad.
Bro. Kind of breaking my heart right now, bro. That is so sad, bro. Like, come on, man. You got a 4-year-old gotta go through that. 5-year-old, any age, any kid. It is just crazy, bro.
Now because he, Mom?
Yeah.
Yeah? What did you?
Say his name.
Don't put his name? Okay, I won't put his name.
Okay.
Where did Mom get?
On the stomach everywhere.
On the stomach everywhere? What did he shoot Mom with?
With his pistol.
With his pistol? What did the pistol look like?
AK-47.
AK-47? Okay.
But I was at the living room. I saw Daddy's mom.
You were at the living room and you saw Daddy's mom? What did Daddy say when he saw Mom?
He was just cutting again. And my dad just...
Well, thank you for telling me what happened to Mom.
Despite Benjamin being a well-spoken kid, his mind might be a little confused. Because, well, there's no such thing as an AK-47 pistol. This may be a child's imagination, but how does he know what an AK-47 is? Was it something his dad talked about, or even owned at one point? For young Benjamin, it didn't matter. He was too afraid to remember.
Benjamin, tell me, do you ever feel scared?
Motherfucking instant just went in my mouth.
When do you feel scared?
Of the shot.
Of the shot?
Yeah.
No one was fighting?
Huh? Only my dad was fighting, and then
fuck?
One was this one, and this one, and then loaded up, and then boom.
He shot with this one and loaded up and then boom.
Yeah.
Okay. Benjamin, tell me, do you feel safe with Mommy? Yeah? How about with Daddy? Do you feel safe with Daddy?
No.
No.
No, because Daddy and my mom are there.
Okay. Well, thank you,
That's
Benjamin,
so sad,
for letting me
bro.
learn about you. You want to go back into the other room and play?
Yeah.
Yeah? What are you playing in the other room?
So,
Who are you playing with?
what? Matthew and Isaiah.
Okay.
As Benjamin leaves the room, the psychologist returns to prepare the room for the next kid, 4-year-old Julian. They follow the same steps to establish a positive connection before moving on to the most important part of this conversation.
Julian, tell me about a mommy or a daddy or something else.
Draw Daddy, actually.
Draw Daddy.
Daddy's really big.
Daddy's really big.
Yeah. He has a big stomach.
Daddy has a big stomach.
Yeah.
So all
That's
that.
why Daddy my mom was on the floor in the kitchen, and Daddy had a gun, and Mom right here.
So you said last night that Daddy, Mom?
Yeah, right here.
So Mom right here and right here and right here?
Yeah, and Mom's in the hospital now.
And Mom's in the hospital now?
Yeah.
So far, Julian's story of what happened sounds similar to what his brother Benjamin told. Still, there is something Julian told so suddenly that it even surprised the psychologist.
Dad comes and the cops come and there's 4 cops and there's the gangsters.
There's the gangsters there?
Yeah.
Who are the gangsters?
For shooting.
Do you know the gangsters?
Yeah.
What are their names, the gangsters?
Ryan and Dagger.
It's hard to assess if it's the kid's imagination or if his father hung out with criminals in their own house. The thing is, little Julian...
Bro, how do you explain that, bro? How do you explain that? Your son knows what a gangster is and that he thinks you're a gangster. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. You gotta make it make sense. It don't make sense, man.
Julian remembers their name. So it might be the case that those gangsters not only knew his father, but also provided him with the guns, including the AK and a shotgun. Now it's up to the psychologist to get to the bottom of this disturbing information.
Tell me, what did Dad Mom with?
With the gun.
With the gun?
Mom was messing with Daddy.
Mom was messing with Daddy?
She was yelling at him, and now he's right here.
What was she saying when she was yelling at him? She said, okay. You said that Dad's mom and that she was laying on the floor in the kitchen?
And he her 4 times, 3 times.
Okay. Is there anything else that you want to talk about today?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me.
Me and Matthew were fighting.
You and Matthew were fighting?
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Playing to the TV, and when Mary was playing Gossip Donald and the little TV.
On the little TV?
Yeah, I spawned it in the TV, but where Mary was playing Gossip Donald. There's Strickland and Trevor and Michael.
Are they real people? Are they people in the game or something else? In the game. Okay.
The psychologist can rest easy. Those gangsters are just part of the game. Still, it is neglectful of parents to let their kids play these games at such a young age. With this conversation over, the psychologist invited the third kid, 6-year-old Matthew. However, Matthew has nothing else to add and shared the same story his 2 other siblings told the psychologist, especially going over the same murder weapon and insults both yelled at each other. With this, Matthew leaves the room, and the next and final kid enters, Julian's oldest son, and, well, most important for this investigation, 10-year-old Isaiah. Since he's much older than his brothers, he possesses a better awareness of the situation, meaning he could provide clearer details about the crime, and the psychologist understands that, which is why she's going to try a different approach with him.
Do you have any questions about that? No? Okay. Well, just so you know, no friends or family or anything like that get to listen while we talk, okay? Alright, you feeling okay? Alright. Well, if at any time you need to take a break or you just need a second, let me know, okay?
With this mature approach, Isaiah doesn't tell much to the psychologist, except one crucial detail. The shooting was a climax, and Isaiah saw the build-up to the shooting long before anyone else.
Isaiah, have there been times when you heard fighting or arguing or something else at home? Tell me about that.
She was just arguing about my mom. And then yesterday he pulled up my mom's work and just threw a bottle on the floor in front of my mom's work.
Is that something that you heard about or something you saw or something?
I heard when she was on the phone telling someone.
Okay. Isaiah, when was it that your mom?
Today.
With Isaiah's last story shared, the interrogation can be wrapped up and summarized. The detectives now know that Julian has a long history of abusing his wife with intent and even desire to kill her, and nothing could have stopped him, even his own kids. And finally, the shooting of their own mother right before their eyes. Now the detective can use this information to corner Julian, confront him, and force him to make a confession. So they would bring him right back to the room where they started their discussions.
You don't remember your wife?
I remember that.
Because your kids do. Your kids are telling us, Daddy, Mama. That's what your kids are saying. But you're going to sit here and play this crap that I don't remember anything? When you've already said it to the other officers? And I got multiple kids, your kids, saying Daddy, Mommy? And you're going to sit here and play this game that I don't remember anything. I can't see, I don't remember anything.
The kids went wrong.
Then why are they saying Daddy, Mommy?
No.
You don't know why they're saying that?
No.
Let me guess, your wife is making them say that, right? Is that the route you want to go on?
I don't know.
You know what I find funny, Julian? Or not funny, but disheartening? You have to ask me how your wife is doing, whether she's alive or not.
I love her.
Apparently not that much, baby.
Man, shut up, bro. No, you don't.
You don't remember doing that?
No.
Tired of hearing the same excuse over and over again, Detective Melinda takes his gloves off and delivers a satisfying beatdown to Julian's poor excuses.
But you know who's gonna remember that forever? Her and your kids. Because Daddy and Mommy. And then when they figure all this out and find out Daddy didn't have the courage to be honest about what happened. He sat there and said, "Oh, I've been drinking for 4 days, I don't remember anything." That's what you want people to remember you as?
I remember begging her on her phone.
Begging her what?
Begging to be with her.
She didn't want to be with you?
I don't know. Go off the phone.
Julian, let me ask you a question.
I can't breathe.
Hey, let me ask you a specific question. You remember there's beer in the car?
Bro, I just don't remember shit. His ass just.
Do you remember that there's beer in the car?
Just drunk doing anything, bro.
Okay, but you don't remember your wife?
No.
So beer's more important than your wife?
I want to know what's going on. I want to know if she's okay.
I'm waiting to hear back from El Paso to see if she's okay or if... I don't know if she's even alive right now, dude. I'm trying to find all that out. But I can't even get you to tell me what happened.
All I remember is going inside the house, and that was it.
Okay.
From there, everything's a blur. All drunk, and I'm still drunk.
Hey, that's not what you said to the officers earlier. That's on
That's
camera.
because I was drunk. And when you're drunk, you say stupid things. I wanted the cops to kill me.
How? How is that going to happen?
I wanted them to kill me.
How? Why?
I don't know.
Cops don't just shoot people for no reason. Why would they have shot you? Did they shoot at you tonight? What do you think?
I don't remember.
You don't remember.
After using his own words against him, getting verbally beaten down by the detective, and even bringing up his kids, Julian still refuses to remember anything prior to this interrogation. This makes things even worse for him. If he doesn't talk now, the cops will write down their own version of the story that will be used to prosecute him if Julian does not comply. All Julian needs is to talk.
That's what I'm going to put on my paperwork.
Okay.
When I charge you with attempted murder, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, and all the other charges that go along with this, my final statement in that paperwork is going to say, I don't remember, I was drunk for 4 days. That's what you...
I was telling you that you and you walked right in the front.
And who is he?
No, I'm so
And what is Julian to you?
With this statement alone, it will be much easier for the cops to make Julian pay for his crimes. Even if Julian doesn't remember anything, Jasmine's phone recorded everything he had said to her.
What do you think? What sparked?
Because I didn't be
Okay. Was that a verbal conversation you had, or what happened?
He lied to me.
Bro, fat niggas can get girls too, bro. Like, I know you was big, bro, but come on, bro. Still could have got some play from somewhere, bro. Stop, come on, man.
So I waited.
And your text messages with him, any threats or anything said over the phone? What were those?
Messages.
Other than the text messages, was there any phone conversations?
Yeah.
What did that?
Something to do what you need to do.
Did he threaten you on the phone before that? What did he say?
What you need to do stuff. What you need to do.
What do you think that meant? Did he ever mention or threaten you before?
Yeah. I mean, so I said I don't want to do things to tell you to threaten me.
And then next thing you know, he's there at the house. Okay. And then you're in the kitchen. He walks in. Does he say anything to you?
Says he think I'm playing.
And what do you say?
So what are you doing?
That's so sad, bro.
Three major archetypes. Which one reigns supreme?
That's so fucking sad, bro. Like, come on. It don't make no fucking sense.
Okay, where are the kids at this time? In the room? Had you ever seen them with a gun before?
Yeah.
What type of gun?
One can only imagine what horrors Jasmine and her kids had to endure, but in the end, she can finally rest, knowing well that her sister was finally arrested and will never be able to hurt her again. And what she would tell the force during the arrest. The city of Las Cruces was found guilty of using excessive force during the arrest. The city of Las Cruces had to pay Julian Valenzuela, the victim of canine mauling, $30,000. However, no money in the world could save Julian from the punishment for his crime. After viciously attempting to murder his wife and rob his kids of their mother, his trial date finally arrived and he stood in court to answer for his crime. In November of 2022, Julian Valenzuela, a 34-year-old shooter, accepted a plea deal and was sentenced to a maximum sentence of 10 years, followed by 2 years of parole for his wife and at police officers. The city of Las Cruces also paid him $30,000 after a canine mauled him during the arrest on March 4th.
Silly motherfucker. It's a silly goofball, bro. Well, chat, that's it, man. I'm gonna hop out this bitch. Gotta go see the wifey, man. But yeah, bro, dumb.
Taylor,
Officer
Hendricks.
I'm gonna hop back on this bitch later tonight, man. Tune in. Stream later tonight.
Was found